What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are doing our last fantasy rebuild of the series in the Los Angeles Rams. Before we get into this video, leave a like if you enjoy this one. Of course, subscribe if you have not already. Always greatly appreciated in helping grow in this channel. Reason why this is the last one, because we are getting right into our off-season realistic rebuilds, as tonight, or today I guess, is a double upload day. So there will be a Broncos off-season realistic rebuild following the Kansas City Chiefs and Denver Broncos game, so make sure you have your notifications on if you're interested in watching that later on tonight. It will be uploaded immediately after that game is over because the Broncos season will be over. So there's two teams I didn't get to in the fantasy rebuild series because we are moving on to the offseason realistic rebuilds. That would be the Titans and the Eagles, but we will get to the Titans and the Eagles in the offseason realistic rebuild series 100%. So we got 30 teams done in the fantasy style, but I am ready to move on to realistic style. So let's go ahead and talk about the Los Angeles Rams. So yeah, like I said, make sure you have your notifications on if you want to see that Denver Broncos one later on tonight. So if we go ahead and take a look at our best lineup for the Los Angeles Rams, of course. So we all know Robert Woods got hurt as soon as they signed Odell Beckham Jr. They've traded Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford. Cam Akers hasn't played all year. I think he has a chance to play Week 18, which is huge. Darrell Henderson, Sonny Michel. So I mean, this team is a Super Bowl contender, but one thing I noticed, I don't think I've ever seen the Rams make the Super Bowl in Madden. I really don't think so. So I'm going to have to try to be the first person to ever do so. So here is the defense. The defense is actually a little lackluster. You have Sebastian Joseph Day, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Jordan Fuller, and then Darrell Williams, I believe. Yeah, Darius Williams, my bad. And then Darrell Williams is a running back. We have Von Miller. And then we also have Trey Burgess right here. Okay, so it looks like we need to focus on the defensive side of the ball more than the offensive side of the ball, just looking at things. So I obviously want to, put this team in the best position possible to win a Super Bowl this year. So we're going to try to make some moves, of course. So Jordan Fuller is 23, so that's a good free safety. And then Trey is 22. So yeah, we actually have a safety tandem, which I'm cool with. So Taylor Rapp, I'll probably have to trade away. We need a linebacker core, and then there's some things I do want to upgrade in the offense, but to be honest, it's really not too bad. Andrew Whitworth will probably retire. We have Brian Allen here at 25 years old, center, and then Havenstein is 29, 83 overall. So we'll probably just leave the offense the way it is. I mean, Stafford, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham. What more could you really want? So we need to focus on the defense. First thing I do want to go ahead and grab is a linebacker. We need a middle linebacker in the worst way. We got to try to put this team, obviously this team's already traded a lot of their draft picks. They've been all in on trying to win a Super Bowl, so we need to find a way to put this team even in better position to win a Super Bowl, because I'm not in love with the defense right now. Today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props website that allows you bet overs or unders on players, and all you're doing is going up against numbers. Let me show you how it works. So during the Christmas holidays season, while I was taking a little bit of a break, I decided, to play some PrizePicks like I usually do, and I had some pretty good success. Thursday, December 23rd, bet the over on Deebo Samuel's 40.5 receiving yards, absolutely crushed that number. It was so low. And Ryan Tannehill squeezed by with over 3 completions for 19 pass completions. Got myself a huge win there. And then on Christmas Day, the Knicks and the Hawks, I decided to obviously take PrizePicks promo that they were doing, having Julius Randle listed at 0.5 points. And then John Collins barely squeezed by with 20 over 19.5. But hey, that's still a win. Almost still counts. And then also on Christmas Day, LeBron James also was listed as a promo, only over half a point, and of course he crushed it with 39. And I went over on Kyler Murray's rushing yards because I thought it was super low, and he decided to obviously get 69. If you would like to join in on this fun, the link's in the description. Use promo code Crushables when you sign up. The first year, we're going to be making incident Taylor Rapp in a 3rd round draft pick over for Rashad Evans, and that's going to give us a brand new middle linebacker while we have a star free safety. So that's going to be a huge boost. That makes us an 86 overall now. So that's an upgrade to the roster. We definitely needed a middle linebacker, which is why I went ahead and grabbed one. I also would like probably another middle linebacker. I'm actually content with Leonard Floyd playing left outside linebacker this year. That's fine with me. I just need another middle linebacker and another edge rusher, and then we should be good to go for this season. So as long as we can find those two things, I'm content with what we have. So talk about an impact player coming in. Chase Young for our second and our defensive tackle. Chase Young will be our brand new edge rusher, so that's going to be a huge upgrade to the team. So now we have Chase Young, Aaron Donald, That sounds scary as hell. So basically all we really need now is a middle linebacker, and then we'll be good to go. That's really all we need now. So as long as we can find a middle linebacker to plug into here just to complete the defense, I'll feel pretty good about what we have. So excited about that. We're going to go ahead and find a middle linebacker real quick. We could probably trade one of our running backs, to be honest. We have Darrell Henderson and Sony Michel. So we probably trade like Sony Michel and maybe someone else for a middle linebacker, hopefully, because we need some type of middle linebacker to complete the defense. So very easy trade. Sony Michel for Isaiah Simmons. That's going to give ourselves our brand new middle linebacker, and that's going to be a huge boost to the defense. So just like that, that's what the defense is going to look like now. It's going to be Trey Burgess, Von Miller, Isaiah Simmons, Rashad Evans, Leonard Floyd, Jordan Fuller, Darius Williams, Chase Young, Sebastian Joseph Day, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. On the offensive side of the ball, we're going to have Matt Stafford. Cam Akers, a healthy Cam Akers. Obviously, Cooper freaking Kupp. I haven't even talked about him. Cooper Kupp, one of the best wide receivers in the league. Obviously showing this year, putting up crazy numbers. I also had him on my fantasy team. I got someone to trade him to me, which was just funny. But regardless, let's go ahead and simulate this season and see how the Los Angeles Rams do. Like I said, I usually never see them go far, I feel like, in this game. So hopefully with all those roster moves we just made, we can hope and see if the Rams can make the playoffs and potentially make the Super Bowl. So at the end of the season, we did end up winning our division at 10-7, which is great because obviously making the playoffs would have been kind of a disaster. You would not want to make the playoffs. So this is what our upgrades are about to look like. So that's a W. We were able to pretty much sign everyone we needed to re-sign at the midseason mark other than Von Miller, which I was kind of tempted to trade Von Miller because I know I'm not going to be able to re-sign him. His cap hit was going to be like 18 million. So it would have been really tough on us, but let's go ahead and take a look at this team. So we have Matthew Stafford with 37 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. So Stafford, a really good year. Rushing wise, Cam Akers, man. Imagine this guy was healthy. 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. I'm glad they're going to have him back for the playoffs, man. I'm excited for playoff football. I'm sure you guys are too. Robert Woods, 1,100 yards. Cooper Kupp, man, I need you. Where are the yards at? Only 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. That's just disappointing. Odell Beckham, we're not going to be able to keep him either. We don't need Van Jefferson, Odell. We don't need all those weapons, obviously. It probably would have been in our best interest to maybe trade Odell, to be honest. But sacks-wise, Von Miller, 16.5. Aaron Donald, 14. Leonard Floyd, 13.5. So Leonard Floyd, you better have went up to star development after that year. So I'm glad I didn't trade you away. Interceptions, Jalen Ramsey with 2. 1 from Von Miller, 1 from Leonard Floyd. You know, one thing I haven't really looked at, and I'm not sure. Never mind. Or catches allowed. Okay, so yeah, the catches allowed is kind of an interesting stat I don't usually look at. So okay, it looks like Jalen Ramsey was pretty low with 29. I guess 4 deflections. All right, so here we go. We are playing the Carolina Panthers in the first round. If we take a look at the playoff bracket, this is what it looks like. So Carolina is actually pretty good in this game, I've noticed lately. So Cowboys have the first round bye. So I guess it just kind of depends on what happens. So if we can beat Carolina, that would be huge, but you never really know with this game. We are the higher overall. We are at home in SoFi Stadium, a very nice stadium, by the way. Not that I've been there, but obviously it just looks fantastic. All right, let's send to next week, and let's hope we beat the Carolina Panthers. And we are going to lose 21-17. What a shocker, right? 21-17. Carolina lately has just been kind of overpowered for some reason. I don't know what it is because Cam Newton is starting. Like, they don't have a great quarterback, but for some reason, they just always do really good in the playoffs and find a way to make it to the Super Bowl. Not really sure how that happens, but whatever. So let's go to the offseason, where I don't think we can get much better, but we'll give it our old college try. So get to the offseason. Packers, Chiefs, Super Bowl, rematch Super Bowl 1. Chiefs go on to win 13-34. This was our 2021 season recap. Mahomes, Chiefs, Alvin Kamara, NFL MVP. Oh, nice. Running back winning MVP. You don't usually see that a whole lot. Najee Harris, Myles Garrett. So that's huge. All right, let's get into the offseason, where we obviously have a lot to discuss. So we have Von Miller, who we need to re-sign, which is going to be a tough task. He had such a great year for us. I'm assuming he's going to go down, obviously, in overall. So we'll kind of see. He's a 91 superstar development. So yeah, he did go down. He was a superstar X Factor. Obviously, we can't keep Odell Beckham. That's going to be just kind of not really needed. I mean, if we did re-sign him, we could trade him away, which might be, a decent idea. I don't think we're going to get Von Miller back, so not even going to really try, to be honest. 33 years old, superstar development. I mean, we could get him back, but I just don't really see it. So I'm going to offer Odell an extension, and he wants to play for a new team next year. Okay, I guess we'll try for Von Miller then. Let's see if Von Miller is willing to accept. And boom, they both say I want to play for a new team. Franchise tag would cost us 17 million and 13 million. You know what? I think it'd be worth it franchise tagging one of them and trading them away. So I'm gonna franchise tag Von Miller to keep him around because we don't have a ton of cap space. But with that being said, I don't know how easy it's going to be to trade for somebody. We're now negative $2 million in the cap, so it's gonna be tough. We don't have the draft to really rely on either. So it's going to be an interesting offseason and trying to make this team better. We're an 81 overall offense now. So I'm assuming Stafford's gone down in overall a lot or something. Stafford's an 81 star development still. Okay. We don't have a center anymore, so I guess that could also be a problem. And we have Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee. So that all looks fine to me. We have 2 running backs. Andrew Whitworth, I guess, didn't retire, which I'm surprised by. Okay. There's some ways to make this team better. So first and foremost, I do want to focus on the defensive side of the ball. So Leonard Floyd has gone down. So I think really all I want to do on the defense is upgrade the outside linebacker positions. Everything else looks good to me. So we're going to start with Von Miller. Hopefully I can find out. Well, let's see how much money this would free up. This would free up a little bit of money. Okay. So we got to get a really cheap outside linebacker to bring in for Von Miller. Of course, my first initial guy to go to is Jeremiah Owusu-Karamo or something like that. So that's going to be an upgrade at the right outside linebacker position. They're both superstar development. Obviously, overall wise, it was a downgrade, but it's going to be a superstar development linebacker who can develop here. So that's huge. Now I want to go ahead and trade away Leonard Floyd as well to upgrade the left outside linebacker to bring in at least a star development. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to upgrade the other linebacker position, but I mean, Leonard Floyd didn't have a bad year. His cap hit is 20 million. We're going to be getting Eric McCoy instead to upgrade our center position because we didn't have a center. So that's about all we're going to be able to do, to be honest with you. That's really what we're stuck with. So now this is what our team's going to look like. So we had to trade away Darrell Henderson. We have Cam Akers now. So now we have a full offensive line, which is great, obviously. We're happy with that. We still have 3 wide receivers, still have a tight end. So offense looks decent. Defensive-wise, Leonard Floyd is going to be the only normal development player. He has a $20 million cap hit, so there's not a ton I can do there. But defensive line looks great. Corners don't look too bad. So yeah, this is what we're stuck with. Will we make the playoffs again is the question. I mean, this next season will probably be the last one because not a ton of ways to improve the team. Hopefully Matthew Stafford could still lead us to like a playoff spot. I would imagine he could. Rob Havenstein is the only other player I could think of to like maybe make an upgrade at. We would free up some money by trading him away. So we could try to get a upgrade at the right tackle or just a star development tackle maybe if we wanted to go this route. Which it wouldn't be a terrible idea. I'm assuming we're not gonna be able to get him. Obviously, we don't have any draft picks really to trade away, so we have to be kind of obviously smart with what we can do. So looking at the market, I'm not seeing a ton of tackles that I'm in love with. I see Juwan Taylor, Penei Sewell. I don't know. I don't think the Lions would give me Penei Sewell. That doesn't make a ton of sense for them. So no, I can't get him. Okay. What else can I get? Taylor Moton, $16 million cap hit. No thanks. Troy Brown. We also have Mike on. He is basically the same overall, but instead he actually is a star development. So maybe, yeah, they accept that. So just like that, we got our star development right tackle. We actually freed up a little bit of money with that trade. So we could bring in a left outside linebacker still, which I still want to try to do then. So Leonard Floyd is great and all, but if we can bring in a outside linebacker just to, bring in a superstar or star development outside linebacker, that's what I'm going to do. So I do not know how to pronounce this guy's name, but he is going to be an upgrade to the outside linebacker spot by 4 overall. So we're happy with the trade we just made. So now we'll have 2 linebackers' names that I can't pronounce, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade him as well. Looks like he's very happy to come to Los Angeles. So we are going to give him a full-blown opportunity at the left outside linebacker position, if I could talk. Holy crap. Okay, so let's move him to the outside linebacker position, and then this is going to be pretty much it. So this is going to be the team we're going forward with. So we have our team. Can't really draft anybody. We've already traded a ton of our draft picks. So this is what our defense is going to look like, and this is what the offense is going to look like. So hopefully this team is still able to make the playoffs. Stafford, I'm relying on you to still be pretty good. You're 34 years old, I know, but you had a good year last year. So let's hope that you can repeat that and have another good season for us. So unfortunately for us in season number 2, we didn't even make the playoffs. So yeah, the Rams, I guess, aren't very good in Madden. Matthew Stafford, 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Rushing wise, Cam Akers still had a good year. Receiving, Robert Woods. So it's going to be interesting to see how this offseason is going to go. I imagine I obviously don't want to end it at Aaron Donald 20.5, 16.5 from Chase Young. Absolute studs out here, obviously. I don't want to end it on that, but I don't know how much better we're going to be able to be. So our offense looked like it was terrible, I guess. So immediately my thought process is that we probably have to get rid of Stafford. I really don't know what else there is to do. So, all right, well, let's get to the NFC Championship, or let's get to the offseason where we got to see what we have to do. So it's into the offseason. I'm not really sure who our impending free agents are, but it's going to be an important offseason to try to make the playoffs. So we actually have $108 million available to us, so that's going to be quite a bit of money. Cleveland ends up winning the Super Bowl over the Green Bay Packers. The Packers go back-to-back, but lose both times. Very disappointing for them. All right, let's get to the re-signing stage with $108 million in cap space. Was not expecting that. Let's see. I'm assuming we have a ton of free agents to worry about here, so... I probably should have tried to get them at the mid-season mark. Let's see what we have. So, here we go. Eric McCoy. Actually, it's not... Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's not bad at all. With $100 million? You're telling me all I have to resign? Okay, Stafford, I'm not resigning. David Edwards, okay, 26 years old. That's actually not a bad thing at all. So, we are going to try to resign Eric McCoy, obviously. So, let's go ahead and get Eric McCoy back. So, that's going to be pretty important. We need him as our center. And boom, we get him. So Darius Williams, 30-year-old corner. I'm probably just going to move on from him, actually. 26 years old, left guard. I'm going to go ahead and try to get him back as well. So hopefully he's willing to accept this. And boom. So get our left guard back. And that's it. So now we have another whole offseason to upgrade this team and get a quarterback and a corner. So, wow, I was not expecting to have this much cap space, which is kind of insane. So $89 million. I also want to take a look at my lineup real quick just to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. So the lineup real quick is going to look like this. Our quarterback is a 25 overall. Obviously, he's a punter. It looks like Andrew Whitworth retired, so that probably freed up a little bit of money for us. Austin Corbett, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson. That's all good and well. So we need a quarterback. We need a left tackle. Noted. Okay, so offense, quarterback, left tackle. Defense, just a corner. We can't even upgrade Jalen Ramsey anymore, so we just need a corner on the defensive side of the ball. We have Chase Young and Aaron Donald and Ramsey. We have 3 superstar X factors. Jalen Ramsey unfortunately cannot be upgraded anymore. So, all right. Well, we need to get a corner, a left tackle, and a quarterback. With $89 million, we should be able to accomplish all that, I would assume. So let's see what's best available for all of that. Rashawn Gary. We have Tyreek Hill. So Kareem Hunt. Deontay Johnson. Wow, this is actually a pretty good free agency class. Ed Oliver. Fortunately, we don't need defensive line. Jamel Dean. Jamel Dean is probably the best corner I can get, so that's going to be my target. Baker Mayfield, 28-year-old superstar development quarterback in Baker Mayfield. So we could go for Baker Mayfield, but do I really want him? I mean, they do make the Super Bowl with him, so maybe I do want him. I don't know. We have the ability to upgrade this team. That's the point. So looking at the top free agents, obviously we don't need Tyreek Hill. We don't really need Rashawn Gary either, so there's really no point to go for him. Kareem Hunt, we don't need. We don't need Deontay Johnson. We don't need Ridley. We don't need wide receivers. We just don't need them. So my first interest is going to be Jamel Dean. Left tackle, there's not a ton here. What about right tackle? We have there's no tackles. We're going to have to trade for a tackle, which is fine. But I do want to go for Jamel Dean. That is going to be the first guy I go for. But with we need a quarterback as well. And there's no quarterbacks really other than Baker Mayfield. But I might just go for Baker Mayfield low key. I don't really know, man. We'll see. I'm going to make sure I up my offer on Jamel Dean just because obviously I don't want to miss out on him. I don't think I have the ability to trade for a quarterback. We literally have like no first round picks. So I honestly think Baker Mayfield is our best option. We could go for Tom Brady as well, but he's an 85 overall. So I don't know about that. Baker Mayfield's going to be superstar and 84 overall. You know what? We're going to give Baker Mayfield a chance. I never have signed Baker Mayfield ever. In real life right now, I do love his commercials, but he's kind of bad. I'm not going to lie. So hopefully he comes to the Los Angeles Rams and finds a way to, help us out here. So we'll have Baker Mayfield with Cooper Kupp. I mean, Baker Mayfield should be able to sling the ball, right? So hopefully he'll be fine. So that's going to be my first couple offers. I mean, we do have the ability to spend even more money if we want. Let me trade for a left tackle first and foremost before we do anything else. So let me try to get a left tackle. But with this amount of money, I might as well spin it because I think this next season is going to be the last one anyway. So we might go for some upgrades. So left tackle, Tevin Jenkins would even be fine if we could just get him. So He'd be an upgrade at the left tackle of what we have now. Like I said, we literally have like no picks, so I can offer a round 2 for this guy, and we might be able to get him, and we're gonna get him. So we get a left tackle, so that's already taken care of. So we probably could have got an even better one, but it's fine. So now our offense is gonna look like this. Hopefully plug in Baker Mayfield, and then we have, okay, so we literally could sign Kareem Hunt and another wide receiver if we really wanted to. We could also sign some better safeties. We're gonna get Jamel Dean, hopefully. All right, so I think I know what I want to do. So let's go to free agency, and we're going to spend some money. So let's go. We offered Baker Mayfield a contract already. We offered Jamel Dean a contract already. So what I want to do is I also want to offer Kareem Hunt a contract. I think he's pretty dirt cheap, so I'm going to offer him an offer. So we're going to get Kareem Hunt hopefully as well. Okay, so with that, I do want to go ahead and try to get another corner as well. Sean Murphy Bunting, 26 years old, sitting down here. So Buccaneers are just going to be losing all their corners, it looks like, hopefully to me. So we're going to be his #1 offer as well. Okay, so that's going to be all taken care of. Now the last thing I want to go for is I think I want to go for a wide receiver. We have the ability to do so. So you know what? Why the hell not? I'm going to go for Calvin Ridley. So I'm going to offer him a contract. So we just spent a stupid amount of money in free agency. Let's see if we get everybody. I assume we're not going to get every single person, but let's see what happens. So in similar to next week, just spent a stupid amount of money. We need Baker the most, 100%. So hopefully we get everybody. But contract accepted. I see everybody accepted a contract. Baker Mayfield's our quarterback. Jamel Dean's our corner. We got both the corners. We got Kareem Hunt. We got Calvin Ridley. I think that's it, right? Those are all my offers. So just like that, we have a brand new looking roster with $20 million in cap space. So Calvin Ridley, Kareem Hunt, Sean Murphy Bunting. I mean, that is just tons of weapons for Baker Mayfield to play with. So I did not expect to have this much cap space freed up, which is just awesome. So Baker Mayfield, you have Calvin Ridley, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson to throw to. I mean, you have plenty of weapons. You have Kareem Hunt and Cam Akers as your running back duo. Your offensive line isn't terrible. Defensively, we now have Jalen Ramsey, Jamel Dean. We also have, I mean, this is just, it's a dream scenario. This is what you'd want in your team. So hopefully this is good enough. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take one last look at free agency real quick. We do have a first round pick as well. The one thing I do want to do is I want to maybe, so you have Deontay Johnson. Okay, Tom Brady. We could go for Jordan Poyer, but I'm not going to do that. So one thing I want to dive into potentially is upgrading one of my safeties, just one of them at the very least, because they're both pretty low overalls. They're both star development, don't get me wrong. But if I had the ability to upgrade them even further, because we have the cap space to do so, they're both, you know, 79 overalls, which isn't bad. I guess it just depends what safety we can get. So Terrell Burgess, if we threw him in, immediately who I'm thinking of is going to be Derwin James. Immediately, that's my immediate thought from the Chargers, and he is going to, I guess he's a strong safety. So Derwin James, I don't know how easy this would be. This is probably not going to happen. So Jordan Fuller, and then obviously we'd throw in our first round pick next year in our 3rd round. So is this possible? Would they accept this? Yeah, they're not even going to be close to accepting that. Okay, let's try some other strong safeties. Tyrann Mathieu. Would the Chiefs be willing to accept this, maybe? Unfortunately, we can't put it. Oh my God, the Chiefs have no cap space. Wow, wait, why can't they accept it? That doesn't make any sense. Chiefs, unfortunately, can't consider it. Why? I mean, you guys have cap, it looks like. Okay. Well, that sucks. We can't get Tyrann Mathieu. We literally could have gotten him, but that would have been, I mean, do I have to offer a 4th as well? I mean, that probably just makes it even worse for them. All right, maybe they have to give me something that's like really, let's see who's making money on their team. So we could take maybe, I mean, there's really no one I can really take on, it looks like. So can't get Tyrann Mathieu. We got to try to get somebody. Jeremy Chin as my free safety to upgrade my free safety spot. And you know what? While we're here, let's just go ahead and upgrade the strong safety as well. All right, we're getting Kyle Duggar from the New England Patriots. So just like that, we've upgraded both our safety positions, and I'm going into this next season feeling very, very happy with what we have. So just like that, this is what the team is officially going to look like. Baker Mayfield, Kareem Hunt, and Cam Akers. Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and Calvin Ridley. Offensive line looks good. Defensively, we have Jeremy Chin, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Sebastian Joseph Day, Chase Young, Jamel Dean, also Sean Murphy Bunting down here, and Kyle Duggar. So this is exactly what you'd want to see. Hopefully this team can make it to the playoffs. Let's get back to the postseason where we belong. Let's get it. All the money spent was well worth it. 13-4 on the season. We get the bye in the wild card weekend round, so that is huge. So just like that, we're going to be upgrading everybody, and now we can take a look at our player stats before we go into this last fantasy style rebuild. This will be the last one, so hopefully, well, not the last one forever obviously, but the last one. Baker Mayfield had a really good year for us. 34 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, so I'm very happy he was productive. Kareem Hunt, 1,600 yards, Cam Akers 7, and then 14 rushing touchdowns for Kareem Hunt. Receiving wise, Ridley, Cooper Kupp, and Robert Woods all had 1,000-yard seasons, so even when Stafford was here, that wasn't even happening. Ridley only 2 touchdowns, 13 from Cooper Kupp, and 10 from Robert Woods. All right, let's look at the defensive side of the ball. And we had, let's look at our sacks. So Chase Young, 18.5 from Aaron Donald, 13.5 from Chase Young, and 10.5 from Ambassador Joseph Day, 7 from Owe, Jeremiah, 3.5, and then 3 from Isaiah Simmons. Interceptions, 2. Where is Jalen Ramsey, man? Where are those interceptions? I need you to stack up on them. All right, here we go. We are obviously not going to be playing Wild Card Weekend, but I do want to take a look at my lineup real quick just to see what the overalls are, looking like after all the upgrades. So, Baker's an 88, Calvin Ridley a 90, Cooper Kupp 95, Robert Woods 87, Kareem Hunt 94. The offensive line looks good, very, very good. Tyler Higbee also 86 overall tight end. Defensively, Chase Young, Aaron Donald are just game wreckers. I would hate to play those two together. If you were playing those two together, that would just be scary. Jeremy Chin and Kyle Duggar are both almost 90 overall, so that's freaking huge. So I'm loving it, what I'm seeing. Okay, let's see who we're gonna play in the divisional round, simulating the next week, and we are going to be playing, let's see, going to be playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So this could be interesting. I'm actually curious to see what the Buccaneers have on their team now that they didn't have Tom Brady, unless if they re-sign him, which they very well could have. So this is going to be the divisional round. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Buccaneers. So I didn't mean to click my lineup, unfortunately. I want to look at the depth chart because I kind of want to see who's playing for them now. So depth chart for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They only went 9-8. They have, let's see. Let's go to the Bucs real quick. They have Malik Will is playing quarterback. Leonard Fournette. Okay. We got Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and George Pickens still. OJ Howard, Donovan Smith. So that's, they have a pretty good team. So we're going to be playing a young quarterback. Hopefully we're able to beat them. We're a 96 overall defense. I mean, we should be able to get to the NFC Championship, but you never really know with this game. And we are going to lose 30-24. Wow, that's a bummer, man. I was hoping to win a Super Bowl in this last rebuild with this team, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Well, that is going to do it for me, guys. I mean, you know what? It's fine. I'm excited to get to the realistic rebuilds, man. Fantasy style has been fun, and you guys' support has been awesome on it, but I'm excited to get to the realistic style. I love realistic most, so hopefully we're able to have a really good series with that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, did not win a Super Bowl in the last video of fantasy style, at least for now. But for now, hope you guys enjoyed it, in any way possible. Leave a like if you did. But for now, this is Crushables 2, and peace. Remember to watch tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.